All right, guys. Hey, everyone. How's it going? I'm gonna apologize in advance. I'm doing 4 different contracts, and then it's been a gong show. We were waiting on Ty on the clear cut pick, or the Sharks. He did choose Colorado. He did choose Colorado. Here's the Mastercase. So we will get Gene. Are you online right now? We have your clear cut here for you. We can open that right away as the first. We will get interrupted because I got to send his last contracts for autographs because there was a hiccup in the system. So it will take like 2 minutes once I get the contracts back from the client. It's just been crazy. Crazy. All right. Family football, that's awesome. All right, we've got 1734, and we also have 1724. All right. Let's open these first, and then we're going to get right to Mr. Jeff's. Sorry, I have to keep an eye on the email. It's a pretty large contract that I got to deal with, so I can't really skip a beat on it. I was free, and I was waiting to break, and then the phone calls came back, and then I had to, jump back on. It's been crazy. Oh, 1 second. That is my client. Give me 1 second. I gotta mute this because my client is trying to call me here. Oh my goodness. It's been a gong show. All right, guys. Thanks for your patience. We're ready to rock and roll. Sorry, I still need another couple of minutes as the contracts come back. I gotta resend the contracts to somebody else for their initials. Yeah, it's a really big contract, so I have to make sure everything goes well. Whiskey. Barry, we need to have whiskey together. All right, clear cut, Jeff. You're here, buddy. Here we go. This is a stray box from a case. Hopefully, I bought like 5 singles of these. You can pick if you want, actually. Here, let me go grab the other ones I got, and you can pick. All right, here, we're going to let Jeff pick here. Jeff, I've got 5 of them here. 77, 53, 23, 55, and 92. My random sucks, Chris. I know. even I'm bad with it. Man, did you guys see the Scotch prices go up? I heard the Scotch prices are just crazy right now. I remember there was like some old Scotch that my buddy used to love drinking. They're like $250. Man, they're $700 now for that bottle of Scotch he always drinks. I forgot what it is, but frick, it's crazy. Last one on the bottom. All right. Number 92. So 77 was our main box. I'm just curious. One day we're going to open number 77 and we're going to know what Jeff missed out on. Just because we like doing that. I remember, because every time we do clear cut, we have this one box that sits forever and we open it up and it's a Connor McDavid. Or like some crazy ass card. All right, here we go. Good luck, Jeff. This was part of the mini for the clear cut or Colorado ×2, basically. Jack Thompson! That was close, man. It's like a San Jose Sharks jersey. Jack Thompson. Oh, imagine that was Salbrini right off the bat. Holy cow. Wow. When we saw the San Jose, I think we all probably would have jumped and thought it was a Salbrini. All right, good luck, everyone. We're going to start off Mastercase. We didn't get a chance to close up our other smaller mixer. We should try to get that done tomorrow. I'll do like a big closing mini for that too. But here we go. Good luck. And honestly, this feels like there's already a patch in this one. I could be wrong. Let's see. Clear cut box for personal. I don't know. Like, it'd be like 170. 170 for a clear cut. Landon Slaggert. We got Seth Jarvis. Limited Pedersen. Yeah, it'll be 170 tax in. I think on shelf they're 150 tax plus tax. Nazem Kadri, Connor Zary, Cale Makar, and Kovalenko. Let me know if you do want personals. I don't mind. I could tear it right now and go have it go out with your mail. Logan Morrison, Nick Suzuki, and Luke Evangelista. Limited on a 99 of 99, Kyle Connor. Kyle Connor. We got Matthew Barzal and Bobby Orr and Samuel Honzik. Meisel out at a 99. Measle? We'll call him Measle. JT Miller and John Carlson. Yeah, sorry, I was muted. I did mute it because I was with a client, so it had to be confidential. Imagine that the whole conversation was live. Connor Hellebuck, Spectrum, Colin Graff, and Jason Pollan. Jack Thompson, Spectrum, Future Watch. Zuccarello, Kaprizov, and McCann. Well, it's signed. Close kid. Alexei Kolosov for your Flyers. That's a nice hit. The goalie, Future Watch auto. He's a good goalie. That's starting us pretty nice. Del Mastro, Mancini. Ah, didn't I tell you there was a patch in here? Dude, I felt the box and I knew right away. Focus, Lucas Cormier. Limited, Leo Carlson. Pedersen. What up, Carrie? Oh, man, I called it too. First box had a patch in it. Chris Kreider, McTavish, and Stankoven. All right. After I do this, I got to do this quick email to the client. Ooh. Oh my God. Future Watch. Daniel Gushchin. Limited auto patch. I love it because that's another San Jose Funk. That's a teaser, man. That's so bad. That's such a bad teaser. Could have been Salbrini. 94 of 100. All right, let me quick. Oh my God, sorry guys, I gotta quickly send this back out. Sorry, the contracts look good. Upload. Sign. Be really quick. Sign. Perfect. That's all I needed to do. All right. Is he really your latest collection? Is that your latest PC or your PC of the day for the day? Ordering more beef jerky. Oh, we should probably do more beef jerky. All right, empty box. Still could be a chance. I mean, there's supposed to be average of 2 patches per case, 1 per inner. It's not like the old. Spot, right? So the older spot. Zach Dean, we got Sam Reinhart, Flurry. Will Smith is pretty good too. Zellweger, Rust, and Hellenius. It's funny because I was playing some games last night on Counter-Strike, and there was this guy. I built a relationship with these US people playing with them. And they would be like you guys. They would laugh at my pronunciation on stuff. Martin Bro, Church, Thatcher, Demko. Like, there's this anti-cheat program that they call it some name, and then I call it Latifi, but it's Leadify. So they get a good laugh about it, and then now they just mock me every day about it. Jesper Wallstead out of 199. I'm like, dude, you guys are like my Redline group where everyone just makes fun of me of my pronunciation. Del Mastro, Sidney Crosby, pageantry. We got Patrick Kosh. Limited Carlson out of 99. Matthew Barzal, Vasilevsky. But that's a good start on Kolosov auto for Flyers. English is hard, man. I told you, English is like my 3rd language. Jason Robertson, Sidney Crosby, Performance, and Carlo. Well, only because he's got the same name as my favorite Bad Boys actor. This is Justin Asardiff. Man, I watched Bad Boys 94. I probably watched that movie like so many times. Zellweger, Barzal. Probably, I could say I've watched that movie probably 50 times. Moretz! Dude, you haven't even found me a van yet. McKinnon, Rantanen. I'm at the point where I'm probably just going to keep my car at this point, Cody. I was talking to my wife about it. It's like, has he not found you a van yet? And I'm like, nope. He's like, then he's not as good as you were in the car business. I'm like, I know. No one can beat me. Jean-Gabriel Pajot. She's like, maybe he should hire you. And you just moved to BC. Goncalves and Caulfield. I'm like sitting with my car here. I'm like, do I do my brakes now? Connor Bedard. We got Brock Nelson, Brindley. Because once I do my brakes, man, I don't think I'm gonna trade it. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm just gonna drive it for a long time. Just not new for 50% off. Dude, I'm okay with 49% or 45%, buddy. It didn't have to be 50. Adam Montgomery, how's it going, buddy? I hope I hit a big one. I hope I hit like a triple auto. Triple or times 6. Matt Rempe, Barkov, and Kent Johnson. Zibanejad, Kreider, Thompson, and Ponomarev. Bedard, Kurashev, Montembolt, and Mrazek. Oh, yeah. Cody will be your truck guy, Chris. Patrick Gillis, he's your truck guy right there. Cody Lundgren. He's got like 5 or 6 truck dealerships together in one. Pollen, Konechny, Morrow. Clarke out of 199. Number 1 of 199 for your doubles. McKinnon, Marchenko. You could probably give them all your Bedards and McDavids and Crosbys for one of his trucks, Chris. McDavid, a Spectrum, Zach Dean, Bryson. Oh, my lower back is killing me, man. I just think I lifted too many weights. And then I think I like tweaked a muscle or something. Marat, Sveach, Bryson, and Barkov. You want my kids on trade? Devin Cooley, nice for the Sharks. 175 of 5/99. You got a good goalie here. That's a good pickup. Devin Cooley. I think that's a nice one. Barkov, Verhaeghe, and Ivan. You took an electric scooter on trade. Well, you know, those are all made from China, and they're pennies to the dollar, so hopefully that's what you paid. Nick Suzuki! Limited auto. Nick Suzuki going to Montreal. Who won Montreal? Tyrell. Beans, Hayes. We got Barkov, Stevens, and Mailbox. And I got a piece of hair here. Probably my son, because he likes hanging out this area. Oh, good sign again. Empty box. Oh. Brian Hallonen, Zellweger, and Ottinger. Jackson Blake, Hopkins, and Malatesta. Mark Scheifele, Connor, and Stankovic, Zegras. You want to look at Cooley again? Crosby, Draisaitl, Tomasino, and Bolda. Cameron Butler out of 99. Marat and Rust. McKinnon, Hallinan, and Phil. Chipperkoff, Hintz, Robertson, and DeBrincat. Oh, that's what you meant. It is a Flames hit. Sorry. Yes, it is. I keep forgetting about that. Oh, my goodness. Parade Dubé for the Capitals. It is a Flames, not a San Jose. My apologies, Barry. That is a Flames hit. You are right. You are correct, Chris. Yeah, I keep forgetting that about that because they did those changes in some of those previous releases. Stankoven, and we got a Mitchkov. Oh, we got Barry's gears grinding. Lane Hudson! 83 of a 99, Lane Hudson. Matthews, we got Connor. Lane Hudson shows up. That's a big one. That's off the mini win. Who won Montreal? It was Tyrell, wasn't it? Woo! Marshall Rafai, Nico Hischier, Lilberg. He's probably trading it, guys. He'll take all your Cam Talbots for it. He probably not even watching. He's probably working. Lane Hudson, eh? Chris, what is going on? Yeah, the one time that no one picked up Montreal when Montreal was always the first to go, too. It's either Montreal or San Jose's first to go. Oh, sorry, yeah, San Jose or Montreal. Even Flyers sits for a bit, too. Lundell, Shen. Oh, we got Focus, Kovalenko. Yeah, I had a feeling Hudson was in here, too. It was either going to be Hudson or, like, inscribed Mitchkov or something. Rantanen, but Yurchek or Don. But I had a feeling it'd be Hudson because I already pulled a Celebrini and I already pulled a Mitchkov. So what's the odds of, like, double within, like, 4 cases? You know what I mean? So it's got to be a Hudson. You got to be able to pull one of each at least. That's what was running in my head. Makar, Taze, Ogren, and Sorokin. But you never know, though. With these cases, you just never know. Lane Hudson, Focus. Kaprizov, Alamaru. I mean, I remember there was one case where it was like back-to-back McDavids. Lilberg out of 199. Suzuki and Tavares. Yossi, Wallstedt, and Klapka. Ogren and Bulldog. Didn't we pull like a Bulldog auto? Sebastian Casa feature watch. Bulldog and Crosby Limited. Owen Peckering for your Pittsburgh. JT Miller, Brock Besser, and Shakir. We should probably... Did we sign it yet? No, we didn't. Let's put our little sticker. Holy shit. Connor McDavid with Elaine Hudson. Oh, buddy. For the guy that can't even find me a freaking van. Cody Lundgren. For the guy that cannot find me a van. Jack Thompson and Johnson. Dude, this is a fire case. I bet you there is another big hit coming. There is going to be another big hit to come. Wow. You don't deserve this card, Cody. Look how clean that auto is. Dude, I'm just going to put this in my pocket here while it folds. Man, this is actually a really good case so far. You have like a Devin Cooley, Connor McDavid, Lane Hudson, Kolosov so far. Jack Hughes, Pedersen, and Romanov. Connor McDavid and a laner. Peckering. You got an Owen Peckering auto. This dude. Crosby or bust, he said. So I'll just keep this card, alright? Because you don't need it. Alright. Morrison. We got Gucci and Shesterkin. Yellow card on the left. Well, that's what it is. Offman, Marchand, and Hallinan. Dude, I feel like we got at least one more big, massive card coming. Riley, Forsberg, McDavid, Pageantry, and Panarin. Watch it be a Will Smith at least, like a black Will Smith Future Watch auto or something. Zuber out of 99, Clarkey and Tom Wilson Baines. Dude, my kids should be sleeping. And my wife is not home. This is brutal. Set it off! Out of 3, a 99. 399. Crosby, Schmaltz. That's a nice one for bet at all. Oh, probably wants all his Crosby's, eh? Trevor Moore, Declan, Ivan Vedadov, a Wrigley. Well, you're gonna collect all the colors in one case. Morrison, McDavid, Marchand. You see that? They were stuck together as one card. Jackson Blake. Yeah, they were literally glued together as one hit. That must have been a mistake. I'll just give you a sleeve of stickers, Chris. Wolfstead! Nice hit! Dude, this is a good case. I'm loving this case. It better not be duds for the next, like, 10 boxes. I hope not, because this is a good case so far. We got some good runs. Like, this is pretty good. Taking all the non-autos because we got so many. Wallstead Auger. Not bad. Not bad. Sign of the Times, Boone Jenner for Columbus. Rantanen, clean color. Clarkey, Dry Settle and Ratty. All right. There's gonna be another patch card. Not from here yet, though. I don't think it's in this one. I'll let you know when I feel it. When I can feel the card, the energy of it. Funny thing is, Brian, you could peel it and you could stick it back on because it's removable. It's not those cheap stickers where you stick it and it's stuck all gluey on your one touch. I don't like cheap stuff. I'm sorry. I like good stuff. Kachuk Makar. That's probably why everything costs you so much. It's because I don't like to like go halfway. I like to just do it right. Larkin, Raymond, Cooley, Balloons. All right. We will put it on Wallstead. He does deserve it. He is a good goalie. This guy. His card just came from a $100 card to now $200 because of this sticker. Butler, Carlson, Thompson. Oh no, here comes my son. I'm going to call this Offman Cormier. Jason Robertson. Sid Abel. For your Red Wings, Hall of Foils Legends. Nice. Nice Red Wings. That's a good card. Sanheim. Mason McTavish, Rafai Blomqvist. Every time I say that name, I think of that director that did District 9. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, another good goalie. $2.99 for curated signatures for a Buffalo. Going to Tyrell, too. Wow. This guy. Crosby, Vulcan, right. Johansson, 7 of 599. McKinnon, Rantanen, and Dean. Radish auto. Tampa. Wilberg and Eklund. And my phone just beeping. Hopefully there's no issues. Point, Stutzla, and Sliger. Alright. Give me a second here. Oh, perfect. Everything is done. I am happy. Woo-wee. We got 9 boxes left, Jarrett. 9 boxes left. We pulled a Connor McDavid auto, a Lane Hudson auto, Devin Cooley for Calgary Flames. We got Kolosov. We got Pekka Luukkonen, Wallstedt, Nick Suzuki so far. And a lot of I don't know what teams did you have. Jackets, we got Boone Jenner for Jackets. Florida is Sardiff. They're very happy. Thank you for facilitating the sale. Oh, and they weren't my clients. They were customers. So in real estate, we have clients and customers, and there are 2 different representation. I had to like double end my deal as one as a represented client, and my other one is a represented customer. But my fiduciary duties, and I still have to favor and disclose information to my client, but I can't do it with a customer. Customer is more like your transaction type, that you're just facilitating to do a bill of sale type, because I had to drive out there because no one was available for a long weekend, so I had to like drive out to the acreage to deal with it. Haven't been on Facebook. Where have you been? Maverick Bork, Coronado, Colangelo. Marchand, Pasternak, Kucherov, and Holtz. Brazeau, Taze, Cooley. No, that is a Daniel Gushchin. We got trickery. We got trick. Mitchkov out of 99. Not bad. We'll take that for a Mitchkov. We'll take that with this case, since this case is really nice right now. Pasternak, Jack Hughes. I still think we have a monster card coming. I really do. I really think we have a big card to still come on top of our Hudson and McDavid. Patterson, Cooley, Morrison. Rod Lambert, Thomas, and Eichel. You know, we gotta put a Mitchkov sticker on there. That is out of 99. That's gonna be an expensive card still. Oh, working in 2 separate emergencies. Darn, man. Sorry, buddy. Hopefully everything gets better for you. That sounds like a packed schedule. Declan for your Tampa Bay. Who has Tampa? Walter Tuck. Connor Geeky, Chirography, Tampa. Quinn Hughes, Kachuk. Don't do clear cut Mastercase. You understand why I didn't do the case then now. Connor Bedard, Jack Hughes, Lambert. It's a tough one. But when you hit a nice card, it's nice. But you're literally aiming for one card, maybe two. That's really decent out of there. But I just don't like clear cut because it makes me feel bad as a breaker. Like, seriously, I don't know how breakers get through a whole case and not feel like shit after. Because I feel like I couldn't do it. That's why I didn't post it. I just couldn't. I know it's to serve people that would want it, but it's not about the one person that's going to hit that nice big card. It's about the whole group. And every time I do clear cut, man, it's so hard. Like, it is so hard to swallow. I don't know if any of you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but like, I just don't have the heart to rip it, if you know what I mean. There's the odd case that will have a couple good ones, Cody. We've done it. We've done one case where I had like 3 nice big cards, but still, like, that's 3 big cards. Like I said, I did the math when I did clear cut, and it's literally a average of 77% skunk rate. Like 77%. Can you imagine that? Like, I thought Ultimate was bad, but Ultimate's still not that bad compared to like clear cut. It's just that Ultimate, you get at least 2 autos a box and 4 cards. So when you go from an average of 7 cards to 4, then you lose out a lot more volume of cards and chances of hitting a nice card, right? So, oh yeah. I remember I had a good case where I had like Stutzla and McDavid, and it also had an Ovechkin in it. Kucherov, Boldy, Neighbors. I just remember there was a couple good cases, but we ripped a lot of cases. I think there was one year we did like 6 cases back to back when it was like a hot thing for us. But you know what was hot was Stature, and Stature's coming back. I think Stature, you guys will like Stature. I think that's a great product for collectors. Not only collectors, people that collect PCs. The resell is not going to be your top notch like Ultimate and all that, but the cards are cool, and people always like Stature, and that's the next release. That's coming up actually this week, I think. Wilbur, Johnston, and Cyclikov. We'll probably do a pre-fill in the next day here, possibly even tomorrow if I can get a chance to get to it. But Stature is a good product to collect, that's for sure. It even gives you veterans, rookies, so it gives you a good mix of all type of players. Oh, Kill Thomas, Keandre Miller, Sider. The down part about Stature though is the cards curve. I don't know if they ever fixed it, but there was one year where it literally bridged over time because of all the foil. Nightmares of Clear Cut at Red Deer. No kidding, eh? Yeah, Clear Cut is like your O-Pee-Chee Platinum and Ultimate in one. Connor McDavid, Kaliev, and Zellweger. So I think it's always been a really good product. I think they're mixing the two rookie years together, so it's going to be really expensive. Like all the teams are going to average out pretty expensive for like your main top rookies. Crozier, $3.99, Shakir, and Svechnikov. But doesn't Clear Cut for Philly still have like Eric Lindros and stuff? Like it still has some quite a bit of legends that you can have a chance of hitting. Yeah, Ultimate is always going to be a classic favorite. The other part is the SCARC rate is still high on Ultimate, right? Just because it comes with 4 cards instead of 7 on your average like premium product. Coronado, we got David Pastrnak, Crosby, and Kuznetsov. That's the only reason why Ultimate is a little tough still, but it still surpasses Clear Cut. Slaggert, Aho, Fantilli. Yeah, Slaggert will always do well. I just buy if you're after value though, like if you're after like resale value or flipping, Stature's not the product for you. Stature is more like a collector's product. You have to be a collector for it to appreciate it. Premier is great. I love everyone loves Premier. Zachary Bulldog. There you go, Chris. You got your Bulldog. You're done with one at least. Yeah, Clear Cut doesn't hold value either. Josh Dolan, Morelli. Premier will hold value. It's still your pinnacle of rookie patch cards. It's your flagship like the Cup, like your Young Guns type of idea. We got Ilya Mikheyev. He still exists, this guy? Yeah, I pull a lot of 101s. I think like probably 20% of my 101 pulls were all from Stature. Like I pull a lot of 101s out of Stature. I think there was one where there was a case. There was 2 1-of-1s in one case. Nylander. Stutzla. O-Pee-Chee Platinum, yes, I agree. O-Pee-Chee Platinum is great value. And for the amount of money you spend on Platinum, you can make it back in the future, right? It's one of those that sustains its value really well. But people don't like Platinum for certain reasons, and that's okay. But I just overall like Platinum because it holds its value there and it's sustainable. It's a sustainable collector's and resell. Kasab, Mintyokov, and Mastro. Clear Cut is tough though. If your card is not big with Clear Cut, it's an ouch. That's how I'll only do it with mixers now, right? Like I'll have Clear Cut as mixers just because there's still that one odd hit. Oh, this one might have a patch, guys. Yeah, I know. There was either one or 2 in a case I would pull. I think that's how the patch, guys. It might have a patch. I think there's an 80% chance. You're missing 2. That's just your OCD, Cody. Sidney Crosby, Malkin, Matthews, and Marner. Target practice. Clear Cut is like in your dollar bin sometimes, I find. The one touch is worth more than the card. Wilberg. We got Shen. Rafai. Or Reefy. Pond Hockey Mitchkov is sick. Point, Hughes, and Novak. I pulled a Salbrini Pond Hockey, I think. I can't remember anymore. Brazil, but I'm pretty sure it was a Pond Hockey, Salbrini, and it was an Arctic Freeze, Bulldog, and Murat. Bjorkstra 99 limited, Klapka and Boldy. Oh, I don't know now. I'm getting down to the thin. Maybe there is no patch in here. Connor Bedard, Pageantry, Scanlon. Neighbors, Kreider, Brazil. Oh, am I wrong for the first time? Declan, Future Watch, Mastro, Norris. I might be wrong, guys. There's only 2 packs left. It felt a little thick. Lamaru. Oh, it could be. Because we didn't pull an auto yet. This is the first auto out of this box. Maverick. Where is a card show? October 15th, eh? I don't know. Not in... The Edmonton ones are pretty small if it's not the big one. Marchand, Kemp. But they're usually every Saturday. Once a week. No, once a month. There's 2 or 3 card shows per month now in Edmonton. Oh, I am wrong. There is no patch. That was a thick box for what it was. Dobis! Nice hit! Wow, Montreal is taking it in. Jacob. That's a nice hit. Wow. Barzal, Lafreniere. Wow, that is a nice hit. He's a good goalie. All right, we'll give this to Ty. Tyrell just kicking ass with a Montreal mini win, eh? Ooh. There's one in BC all the time, though. The big BC one isn't until, like, I think in, oh, yeah, it would be in November. The big BC one is in November. Usually. I'm not a big fan of the BC one because the last time I was there with Thomas, I think I sold $500 worth of cards. It was the weirdest clientele I've ever met in the card industry. That's for sure. Robertson, Hintz, Romanov, Hopkins. Like, the dealing in Vancouver card show was rough. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Like, Edmonton people weren't even that cheap. As soon as I flew to Vancouver, I'm like, what is this? Like, dude, I'm never coming back here again. Hughes, Frodick, Pasternak, McGroarty. It was a whole different type of clientele, that's for sure. Balloons, Eichel, Granlund. Oh, you might as well take your card, take Cody's cards with him too, Thomas, if you're going there. Just give it to Cody. I got a stack of his shit here. Joshua Watt out of 99. Kirill, Fantilli, Ostapchuk. Is it in September? So they changed it because it's usually in November, isn't it? It's usually right after the Toronto show from the past. Smelly weird or rich weird or sketchy weird. I don't know. Mix those three together. What do you get? What kind of weird do you get if you mix those three together? Cyplikov, $3.99 scan connecting. I'm generalizing though. I'm sure there's some good guys in BC. Like I dealt with a couple BC guys before, and they're really good. I just, as a vendor, I thought it was tough in that BC area. Just consider, like the difference between Toronto and Vancouver was a large difference. Like it was so substantially different that it's like, why would you even bother with Vancouver anymore? 500 plus, wasn't that amount the same tables the one I went to? Aho, Barzal, and Cardwell. Yeah, the one I went to was pretty big, Jatinder. They even had like, Lisa McTavish. They had guests, like a few guest speakers was out there, for signage and stuff. But hopefully it's gotten better. I'm sure it might have gotten better since, just because the show's changed quite a bit over there since I was there. Kyle McLean and Benares believe a few guys started their own show there and you kind of got it going, so maybe it's a lot better. Holland, New Jersey. I haven't pulled this guy before. This feature watch. Panarin, St. Ivany. My wife just stepped in, Cody, and she's asking where is her van. Could you answer that question? Martin Pospisil, 267 at 299. No, that was Bossa and Langley, Jatinder, but it was the bigger Bossa one. It was the main one that they were doing that was bigger than their usual one. It wasn't their typical, like, monthly show that they always do. No, I know they had a bigger one after the fact, after they started that group of guys, Gavin Brindley and Larkin. But I know the one I went to, the one that was done by Bossa, it was the bigger one of the year. Like, it was like their larger one of the year. That's the only reason why I went there, was because it was their bigger one. And then I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks before that, I flew there for their smaller one with a corner table with Thomas, Larkin, Raymond, and Clark Lefarouk. And you weren't there on that other one, the smaller one. You weren't there. I think I only met you in person in that bigger one. No, she's okay with me keeping mine. Actually, she actually kind of don't care anymore. Van City's bigger. Well, hopefully. Well, they didn't have the Van City one when I was there, Jatinder. So that's probably the new one that was taken over with those guys, those Let's Collect card guys. Because I know Thomas was saying how they were regrouping. They were redoing the show with the newer guys, and that was after the fact. That I've given up already. GT Miller, Bastard Viewers. That sounds so bad. I just gave up. I just gave up going down there. A casino venue. Matt, hopefully they're making money, Jatinder. Those vendors, I hope they're doing well, because when I was there, man, it wasn't even the vending, it was the people that I was dealing with. Like, I had Pedersen for below market value, and people were still offering me like 60% of my value that was already 30% under market value. And people constantly wanted the card, but was trying to trade me cards that they had for almost 160% value towards my 60% value. Cop and Valalta. So, like, and it was nonstop. I kept getting that with every client that was coming to my booth. It's like, what's the point of me pricing my cards right if you guys are going to dicker with me anyways? No wonder half these vendors overprice their cards by substantial amount. It's because you guys create that. That's why I get to the point where if I price my cards right, and if you still try to dicker with me, I just move on. I don't even bother anymore. Jack Thompson, Swayman, and Urson. These are rare, man. Cody, these are rare to hit. Especially the authentic moment ones. Those are the solid ones you want to keep. But these are nice, rare, clean card cuts. I had a couple McKinnon ones before, and I loved it. Jack Hughes, Marco Rossi, I just think it's so clean. Like, it's such a clean card with an auto on it, and that's it. Dude, I sold vehicles in BC. I almost ended up in BC working for Audi out there in Richmond. Crosby! Helifoil! Look at that! Not an auto, but I'm sure Carter will take this. Everyone thinks they're an expert. Yeah, that is so true. Jason Robertson. They're so expert that they talk themselves out of deals, Jatinder. Slab Sharks? Yeah, I believe it, Jatinder. I believe it. I think Slab Sharks did a good job in reinventing the cards in Canada as a whole, because Canada suffered a little bit on marketing of what hockey cards were. And now US is more aware of it and such. Like, it's a lot of it has to do with Slab Sharks marketing. But of course, tofu passes, because tofu is just a sour grape. Wow, that's a nice card, man. That is so sick. It's a short print, that's for sure. The gold is short print. Bedard, Spectra, Butler, Lachenko. Yeah, those are holofoils are your case hits basically. You get one legendary regular and one regular holofoil per case. So imagine that. You got X amount of players that has a holofoil. That's probably around 30 players. And then you only get one per case. Like 30 regular and then 30 probably vets, right? So you get, ooh, Gushchin. Add that to your PC, Mr. Barry. Gushchin. Goatchin. Yeah, I believe they do. It's matching the team color too. I do think Jarrett is right. I thought it was based on the color, because it used to be all silver or gold. And then now I feel like they've changed it where it's colored. It's color coded with their teams. Kachuk Nylander, but it used to be short print based on gold and silver. Yes, and Legend holofoils are black, because it's gray, right? Black and white. TMT and loss. Now they are Karma? No, I believe Richmond Audi was open road. They owned Graham Clark, nice hit for New Jersey. They used to own Jaguar Land Rover. And that time when I almost moved to BC to work for Audi as their GM, that time they were they just got Infinity. Was it Open Road? Open Road group, or it was another group? I can't remember. All I remember is they Red VIP'd me. They paid for my flight, my taxi, my everything. They literally flew me there, like catered to everything to get me in there. And I still at the end said, after I flew back, I was like, no, it's okay. Joshua Wah. But it's it was an Open Road. What group was it? I don't even think they exist anymore in BC. Because they sold that group to Go Auto after. After I think 4 or 5 years where they couldn't recoup. Because they needed me to recoup. I remember the conversation. VTech Vanacek, San Jose. They were trying to recruit me to revamp their whole used car system too. For their whole dealer group. And yeah, I don't know. I just remember the pay wasn't really good. Kachuk, Protas, I just for me to move there, but it was below standard pay against Edmonton's pay, and on top of that, because it was below standards, it was like almost 30 or 40% difference in pay, and I had to move there. Also, it didn't make any sense because the living expense was so much more. Zachary Bolduc, Larkin, and Stetska. The pay was less, living standards were more, and you're carrying on more headaches because you're running a store plus 2 or 3 other stores' used car inventory. So you're managing your inventory, managing 3, 4 other stores while you're still managing overseeing one store. That's a lot of work for the pay that they were giving. Take my kids to hot pot. Dude, Edmonton is so famous for hot pot. Oh, buddy. When are you coming, Jatinder? Dude, we're still missing a patch or a possible acetate. Panarin, Wallstead, Heskinen. Oh. No, we still have 3 boxes, Jarrett. We still have 3 boxes over this, buddy. Romanov, Barzal, Gucci. Is that the same story, Cody, that you showed me that Porsche that I wanted to buy? That Panamera? Is that the same story, or that McLaren that you showed me, that nice black McLaren they had? Woo. McCarr, Fleury. Not that I'll ever buy a McLaren. Well, McLaren would be my dream car, like the 720 or the 650 convertible Spider, but yeah, you can't be driving that in Edmonton, and I can't afford that, so. Thomas, Forsberg, and Clark. October 3rd and 5th. Well, message me, Jet. We'll go out and eat. We'll go have hot pot together. Gucci out of 3 at 99 feature icons. I still have your cards here too, so maybe I'll just leave your cards here with me. You're coming so close anyways. You might as well fly it back with you. Enjoy sorting on the plane or something. We'll stop Chuck Suzuki. Porsche. I always say Porsche. I just say Porsche because it's the universal generic for everyone that understands it. But a car guy would always say Porsche. I say Porsche, and my wife's like, Porsche. No, I'm like, no, it's Porsche. It's like, no, it's Porsche. I'm like, no, it's Porsche. Your neighbor down the street has 2 McLarens. That's too... Oh, I think I saw that McLaren too. The 720. Austin Matthews, Makar, Johanna. Now I know where you live. Because I think I've seen that McLaren before. There's always so many people in Edmonton with those cars. Beluz, Lane Hudson, Marchessault. The reason why I would want the 720 is I don't think that's drivable in Edmonton. Like, if I'm going to be driving in Edmonton, I would want something that could fit, like, you could drive comfortably around the city. And 720 would be just too chaotic. I think, like, the 650 or whatever, or the 670 would be perfectly fine. Just like, I think the best car to drive in Edmonton, if you want a sports car and a convertible and a performance, would be the R8. I think universally that would be the best car to drive in Edmonton, or if you want a performance sports. Maverick Leroux, I just think with the potholes we have here, man. Yeah, and then Anthony Henday with all those rocks that we have. Yeah, dude, you're gonna be spending thousands on windshields every year. Cooley and Goncalves. They are renters and stuff. Hey, Jared, I don't know. Being in real estate now, I used to be a big advocate about owning your home and having a mortgage, and it's better than renting. But now that I deal with commercial and like renters and investors and such, there's an advantage about renting too. And you just have to see your situation. But if you put renting and owning a mortgage side by side, there are advantages between the two. And most of the time, renters will actually come up ahead if you know where to put your money. Kachuk for Ottawa. That's if you know where to put your money. There's a balance to everything. So it really depends on the person's situation. But there is advantages to each of those. Nick Suzuki, Aho, he's probably got like tons of money sitting in investments and stocks, and that's why he's able to buy those cars and not have to commit on a mortgage. Mind, he could sell 2 McLarens, both those McLarens, and probably buy the whole house for himself and be debt-free. So there is another way to look at it. It's like, well, why rent when you could just own a whole house and have the investment in it, and instead of having 2 McLaren cars, right? So everyone thinks differently. Ogrid, Moore, McLean. I like a sense of balance. I still like my nice things. I still want to own a house and live in a house with my family. I don't like renting just because I grew up in traditionally not being in rent. And that's part of my culture, right? And part of how I was growing up. So I think everyone has their little idea, and I don't think anyone's wrong for what they choose. I tap on the puke button. GMC. Barry must be like a Chev guy or a Ford guy. He spelled Ram wrong. 5-word vehicles, yeah. I remember driving by Thomas's house. There was one garage. One guy had like a really nice Ferrari in his garage in like a $500,000 home. He had a Ferrari that was like just sitting there. He could start up the engine and it'd probably shake his whole house. Your rust fell off. That sounds like one of my cars, Chris. Oh, white on gold, that's nice. I like the Corvettes, personally. Austin Matthews, Spinach, the Copper, too. I've always loved Corvettes. Like, I'm not a domestic guy, but Corvettes would be one of my favorites. Some of the SRT8s are nice. The one car I found was really not enjoyable to drive, and it was so uncomfortable, and I thought I was in danger every time I sat in it or driving it. Thomas Cairo and Capriso and Center was actually Dodge Vipers. I was not a fan of the Dodge Vipers. I was in Toronto, GTA, a long time ago, and we had a chance to drive all of those nice exotic sports cars around Toronto. And I get to try out like the Aston Martin, you got to try out the Dodge Viper, GTR, R8, Lamborghini. Like you get to drive it all on the track, right? And I found the Dodge Viper, man, dude, that's a freaking scary car to drive. Like I don't know how they do it. Trevor Moore, that car lifts right off the ground. That back tail sways like no tomorrow. Like you gotta really understand that car to really drive it well. You can't just have a Joe Blow sit behind the wheel and just figure out that he knows how to drive it. Man, you flip that car so easily. Colangelo Ugimla and put Pelty. The SLS? Yeah, SLS wasn't bad. I like the SLS. The Gullwing one is actually not bad. But if you're talking about the SLS Roadster, they're not as nice as the Gullwings. The Roadster is off. You're 100%. If you drove the Roadster, they do feel off. Just because of the convertible top being down, the what do you call it? The velocity and the traction is such a complete different car than the one with the Gullwing. Hughes, Lindgren, and Gillis. The Gullwing one is the one you want to drive. That's the one that you'll feel like the gravity pull on it. But man, SLS Roadsters, they're tough, man. Toro, what's Toro? Carter Geeky out of 99. Urus. Well, I basically have a Urus. It's like an RSQ8 basically. Maverick Bork, Bedard. Really? You drove the Gullwing one and it was awkward? Yeah, I can see how it could be awkward, definitely. The seats are really small. Their seats are really, really small in the Gullwing. Johnston, Larkin, Raymond, and Kolosov. Jason Paulin, Cameron Butler, you'll see. Yeah, we have a black one, a 2023. It literally has like 13,000 kilometers on it. I just draw my other vehicle. It just sits. I bought it as my last vehicle when I left Audi. This is the last one we had. Seth Jarvis out of 90. That's when they were selling for so much, and I debated whether to resell it at some point because they were at some point you would buy them for like 130, 140, and they would resell for 190 to 200 during the COVID time. Jason Robertson, Akil Thomas. There was a hot commodity on exotic cars and performance cars. We had a white one that I backed into it was like probably 2 feet high, and it just missed the sensor, and the RSQ was rolling back, and it rolled into it, and it pushed the whole like undercarriage forward. Dude, I had to go through insurance to fix that. It was 30 grand. Oh, a tour to rent out your car. That's, I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. But why would you rent out your personal car? I wouldn't do that. Alex, I follow. I mean, if you're doing it to rent out your Prius, sure, but I would never rent out my personal cars. I like Ford. The one Ford I really like is the Raptor. Cooley, Ovechkin, until they get stolen. I remember I took a Raptor on trade, and I was warned that it would get stolen, and I didn't think of it. And I didn't think it was that bad because we had it parked on the front lot, and we had cars around it. And literally not even 24 hours, overnight, the truck got stolen. All the guy did was take a corkscrew, popped it in, popped the ignition, and started up the truck, and it was gone. It was rated one of the easiest car to steal. It was the Ford Raptor and the Cadillac Escalade. Supposedly they were the easiest cars to steal. David Pastor, this was back in like 20, around 2016, 2015, around there. Josh Doan, Zuber, or even slightly before that, 2014. But they were rated the most stolen vehicles in the market. How do I hit so much? Dude, I didn't even mean to. I think it's just a matter of maybe because I'm Asian. I don't know. Did you want it? Is that what you wanted to hear? Is because I'm Asian? That's why I hit cars so much? People do it to help pay off their cars faster. I don't know. All I know is that was 30 grand to fix that car. And because of COVID saved me. Like any other day, that would have been like a 50% depreciation with that type of insurance claim. But some guy paid $170 for it. Knowing that there was a $30,000 fix on the whole undercarriage. He still paid $170. And I think cost on that car back, like retail, MSRP was like $142. And it had like 5,000 kilometers. That's how crazy that time was. Like, right during COVID. Stankoven, Norris, and Matthews. We got just 2 boxes to go. Where's our other patch card? We should get another one. McDavid, Royosi, and Thompson. Solani, Kaprizov, Wallstead. Wolf, Casa out of 399. No Wolf. No Wolf. Well, we did pull a Wolf in the first case, I think. We pulled a Wolf before, and a patch card Wolf. Ronnie, Lane Hudson, Future Watch. Limited. Put this here. Man, I hope Zegers does well in his new team. I like that kid. Shakir, Offman, King. Just sucks he didn't turn out when I was collecting him. Yeah, he was last year, but we pulled his card. We pulled probably 4 of his Future Watch autos and one Future Auto patch of his. Colangelo, Zavanajad, and Kapanen. Well, we did pull a Calgary Martin Pospisil. That's a good one. It's not a rookie, but Pospisil's a decent player for Calgary. Darlene, Kempe, and Crozy, and Devin Cooley's Calgary too. This is gonna go to Matt Sues too. He's a good goalie. So that's a Matt Sues card. If you're asking about for Matt. Yeah, no, we pulled Dustin Wolf quite a bit. Brazo, Morrow, and Reinhardt. Yeah, there was a what Christopher reminded me. I almost thought it was San Jose too, but it is a Calgary because of the logo that's in the back. Because that's actually the original team. Ethan Cardwell. It's whatever team logo that's on the card. Unless it's a mistake of the team, but that wasn't a mistake. So Ethan Cardwell. That's a San Jose too. Wow. Zach Hyman, Chipper Cup. I don't know. With Zigo's on Philly, it might go out really well. Philly's a big team. Like, they got big boys on Philly, right? And Philly's always been the style of aggressive play and, like, just a jackhammer, right? So, if Zigo's playing on there and he's able to do his thing, man, that whole team will protect him. And he'll be able to do his shit. So, that's how I see it with Philly with him. Othman. The piss missile. That's hilarious, actually. Carlisle Cylinder, the piss missile. All right, final box. Hopefully we get a patchy in here. And a big card. Oh, this doesn't even have, doesn't feel like it has a patch. That last one felt like the patch that I thought it had a patch, but it did have a patch. Zigo's is cheap for now. Is he cheaper or is he more expensive? Did he go back up because he got to Philly? McKinnon, Krasinski, Jarvis. Maverick, Bork, Waugh, and Crotty. We still have one mixer, guys. Let's fill that up, guys. I'll try to do a big mini to close that. Try to close that up, and then we'll post like a stature pre-fill, right? So let's finish that so we can do the stature. Galvis, Kachuk, Quinn. The faster we could close that one, the quicker I could post a pre-fill. Big Wizard Jack Roberts. Friendly. Is that a Connor Bedard? Oh, that was not an auto, though. Oh, man. Jake Unger. Ishikov. It would have been cool if it was a freaking last box auto massive hit. Construction men. What can I say, Barry? I like uniforms, especially fluorescent uniforms. You know, the ones that, you know, that you don't have to wear a shirt underneath, and it's just the safety vest, like fireman style. Capping it out of 199 Zach Dean, Logan Cooley, big YMCA guy. Kopitar, Quinn Hughes, Oscar Back. Okay. Because that's O'Reilly, Forsberg, Quinn. Dude, the worst part about you guys joking like this is someone's going to come into the room or outside from chat inside out. They're only going to read portion of your chat and what we actually talked about. And they won't hear my voice, but they'll see your chat. Now they're going to really think I'm sort of abnormal. The case hit, it's going to be your Lane Hudson or Connor McDavid. I think it's going to be more towards Lane Hudson just because he's a rookie. Refi. Clark Keith Blake. Wow, we haven't seen the Jackson Blake auto. We got one more chance of an auto. Dude, don't tell me this is only one patch card. They might have made it up because of Connor McDavid. And then, like, screw it. We'll just give these guys one patch because we're going to name them McDavid. Oh, no, it's right here. Wow, it's right here. Crosby, Perfetti. Wow, that box was unusually not what it usually would be. The feel of it. It was trickery. Your client online watching your break. Oh, no kidding, eh? You know what? There is clients that saved me as friends on my hobby because they don't know the hobby between my real account. Zellweger, Ovechkin, Nadu, because I try to keep it separate. Free clear cut for who guesses it. How about no? That's pretty expensive, Cody. This guy is one expensive cat. Am I saying I'm not abnormal? I'm abnormal to some degree. Oh, dude, is that red? For your Kings, Bradley and Nadeau. I should have said for a clear cut box. I don't think anyone would have picked this guy. Bradley and Nadeau for your Canes. Carolina Hurricanes. Chris Pooza. With a Bradley and Nadeau. Wow, they couldn't give us a big name, eh? But a goose chin. Now the chat is all silence. That is it, gentlemen. So we got one break left with 2 boxes of SPA, and the other SPA, those are all fresh from fresh cases with no case hits yet, guys. So there's still a chance of hitting some nice cards out of that little mixer. Other than that, probably Nadeau. We got a trickery guy here. All right, thanks so much, guys. Yeah, I think it was a really good case, honestly. But it is what it is. I mean, we got some really decent cards here. Like, this is like the goalies. It's a nice goalie. Colossal. We got a big goalie thing here going. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much. It is getting late. I gotta finish up some of my contracts here and stuff. So I'm gonna log up, but I will have photos up by the end, before I go to sleep. So I'll have something up for you guys for your viewing pleasure before you go to bed. Other than that, thank you again for helping me fill this break. I know it's been tough, but we get through it every single time, and hopefully it'll come together again next couple days here. All right, guys, thank you so much, and we will catch you all later. Careful with that Crosby. All right, guys, have a great night. Cheers.